students. This is the question that we will be solving in this lecture. And the question is that show that this conic 14x square minus 4xy plus 11y square minus 44x minus 58y plus 751 equal to 0 represents an ellipse. We have to show that this equation represents an ellipse, and also we have to find the center of the ellipse, length and equation of the major axis, minor axis. We have to find the eccentricity, and we have to find the equations of the directrices, and also we will trace this curve. So how do we go about it? We compare. The equation given is this: 14x square minus 4xy plus 11y square minus 44x minus 58y plus 71 equal to 0. We compare this equation with this equation: ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. We compare with this and we see that a is equal to 14, h is equal to minus 2, b is equal to 11, and g is equal to minus 22, f is equal to minus 29, and c is equal to 71. Alright, and now we find the center. First of all, we can find the center of this conic, and in the meantime later on we will see that this conic is an ellipse also. With that we can come later. So first of all, how to find the center? To find the center, we solve two equations. These equations, partial derivative of, let's call this part of the equation as s. So find the partial derivative of s with respect to x, put equal to 0. Find the partial derivative of s with respect to y and put equal to 0, and solve these two equations. So what is partial derivative of s with respect to x? This is 28x minus 4y, alright, and minus 44 is equal to 0. And if you find partial derivative of s with respect to y, this would be equal to minus 4x and plus 22y and minus 58 is equal to 0. So we solve these two equations, and these two equations when solved, we simultaneously solve these two equations, and these two equations give us x equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. So center is, this implies the center is, so 2, 3 is the center of the conic. Is the center of the conic. Alright. Now what we do is we shift the origin to the center of this conic. We shift the origin to the center of this conic. So if we shift the origin to the center of the conics, we put x equal to capital X plus 2 and y is equal to capital Y plus 3. In this equation, put small x is equal to capital X plus 2 and small y is equal to capital Y plus 3. What we are doing, we are shifting the origin to the center of this conic. So we make these transformations, and this equation would become 14x square minus 4xy plus 11y square plus c1 equal to 0, where what is c1? Where c1 is, let's call the center as x dash y dash, when the center would be gx dash plus fy dash plus, where c1, the value of c1 would be gx dash plus fy dash plus c, and that is equal to g is how much? Minus 22, x dash is 2 plus f is minus 29, y is 3 plus c is 71, and this value of C1 comes out to be minus 60. This comes out to be minus 60. So this equation reduces to 14x square minus 4xy plus 11y square minus 60 is equal to 0, or you can write that this is equal to 60. Take 60 to the other side and divide by 60 both sides. This can be written in this form. So we can rewrite this equation as 7 over 30 x squared minus 1 over 15 xy plus 11 over 60 y square is equal to 0. So when you compare this equation with ax square, comparing this equation with ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 1. If you compare this equation with this, and then you get a is equal to 7 over 30, h is equal to 2hxy, so h is equal to minus 1 over 30, and b is equal to 11 over 60. So we have done so far. So the center of this conic is 2, 3, and applying these transformations, this equation has been changed to this equation. Alright. So next, after center, we have to find the lengths and the equations of the major axis and minor axis. So to find the lengths of the axis, we solve to find the lengths of the axis. To find the lengths of the axis, we solve these equations. AB minus x square into r is for 4 minus a plus b r square plus 1 equal to 0. So this equation is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation in r square, and the value of a, b and h and all these things you can take from here. A is equal to 7 by 30 and b is 11 by 60 minus h square is 1 over 30 square r square minus a plus b. A plus b is 7 by 30 plus 11 by 60 r square plus 1 equal to 0. So solving this equation, you get this equation is this equation by putting the values a, b and h here. So this equation when we solve, this is a quadratic equation in r square and then r square. This is a quadratic equation in r square. So when you solve this equation, you get two roots. One root is called r1 square, other root is called r2 square. So r1 square comes out to be 6 and r2 square comes out to be 4. This you can solve this equation. So from here, r1 is root 6 and r2 is 2. R2 square is 4. So length of the major axis, so first of all we notice that since the two roots of this quadratic equation, are both positive. So if the two roots of this quadratic equation are both positive, then this conic is an ellipse. If one root is positive, other root is negative, then it is a hyperbola. So since both the roots of this quadratic equation are positive, so this represents an ellipse. And what is the length of the major axis? Length of the major axis is equal to 2r. which is equal to 2 root 6, and length of the minor axis, what is the length of the minor axis? Length of the minor axis is 2r2, which is equal to 4. This is the length of the major axis, this is the length of the minor axis. So we have found out the center and lengths of the axis. Now what are the equations of the axis? Equation of the axis means we have to find the equation of the major axis and equation of the minor axis. The equation of the major axis, equation of the major axis is given by this formula: a minus r1 square x plus hy is equal to 0. This equation gives you the length of the equation of the major axis. So you can put the value of a is 7 by 30 minus 1 over r1 square. 1 over r1 square is 1 by 6. X plus, what is x? X is, capital X is small x minus 2 and capital Y is small y minus 3. So plus h is minus 1 over 30, y is equal to 0. So this equation can be written as, this is 2 by 30. So this is 2x minus y equal to 0, and 2x minus y equal to 0. If you write in older coordinates, capital X and capital Y are the new coordinates when the origin has been shifted to the center of this conic. When the origin has been shifted to the center of the conic, then we are using capital X and capital Y as the variables. But if you want to write in terms of the small older coordinates, then capital X is equal to x minus 2 and capital Y is equal to y minus 2. So if you replace capital X by x minus 2 and capital Y minus y minus 3, sorry, y is equal to y minus 3 is equal to 0. So this equation can be written as 2x minus y and minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1 equal to 0. So this is the equation of the major axis. This is the equation of the major axis. It can also be written as 2 capital X minus y equal to 0. What is the equation of the minor axis? Equation of the minor axis is perpendicular to the major axis. This is the equation of major axis: 2x minus y equal to 0. Minor axis is perpendicular to the major axis, and since the center of this conic is 0, 0, capital X equal to 0 and capital Y equal to 0. So equation of the minor axis would be just, and the equation, the line parallel perpendicular to this, and the line perpendicular to this would be x plus 2y equal to 0. Okay, this line passes through 0, 0, 2x minus y. So the line perpendicular to this would be x plus 2y equal to 0, and this equation, if you write in terms of the old coordinates, this would be capital X can be written as x minus 2 plus 2 equal to y minus 3 equal to 0, and that can be written as x plus 2y, and this is minus 2, this is minus 6, minus 8 equal to 0. So this is the equation of the minor axis. Equation of the minor axis, and this is the equation of the major axis. So we have found out the center of the conic. We have found out that this conic represents an ellipse because the two roots of this current equation, both the roots are positive. If both the roots are positive, then the conic is an ellipse. If one root is positive, other root is negative, then the equation, then the conic is a hyperbola. So this is an ellipse, and also we have found out the lengths of the axis, the length of the major axis is 2 root 6 and length of the minor axis is 4. And also we have found out the equations of major axis and minor axis. The equation of the major axis is 2x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. And the equation of the minor axis is x plus 2y minus 8 equal to 0. So we have done it so far. And how to find the eccentricity? To find the eccentricity, we do like this. Eccentricity, the formula is b square is equal to a square into 1 minus c square. So r2 square is equal to r1 square into 1 minus e square. So r2 square is 4 and r1 square is 6. 1 minus e square. So if you find, so 1 minus e square can be written as 6 by 4. So e square is equal to 1 minus 6 by 4 and that is equal to, sorry, so this is equal to 4 by 6. So this is equal to, e square is equal to 1 minus 4 by 6. So this is equal to 2 by 3, that is 1 by 3. So e is equal to 1 over root 3. So this is the eccentricity. Eccentricity is 1 over root 3. So we have also found out the eccentricity. What remains to find is the equation of the directrices. What is the equation of the directrices? So equations of the directrices are equations of the directrices we can all equation of the directrices. Before finding equation of the directrices, we can also find the coordinates of the foci. The coordinates of the foci of this ellipse. So coordinates of the foci of this ellipse are given by x dash plus minus r1 square minus r2 square cos theta and y dash plus minus x dash is 2 and y dash is 3. This is the center. Y dash r1 square minus r2 square sin theta. Where what is this cos theta and sin theta? Where cos theta and sin theta, where theta is the angle which the major axis makes with x axis. Major axis. So it is if tan theta is the slope of this major axis. Slope of major axis is equal to tan theta, and the equation of the major axis is with us. So you can find the slope. The slope is minus this is 2 minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. So tan theta is equal to 2. If tan theta is equal to 2, how much is sin theta? Sin theta is equal to 2 over root 5 and cos theta is equal to 1 over root 5. Theta lies between minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, either in the fourth quadrant or in the first quadrant. So sin and cos are both positive. So using these values of sin theta and cos theta in this formula, and we are already knowing the values of r1 square and r2 square, and x dash and y dash is 2 and 3. So the coordinates of the foci would be 2 plus minus 6 minus 4 cos theta is equal to this, and 3 plus minus 6 minus 4, and the value of sin theta is 2 over root 5. So these are the coordinates of the foci. One coordinate by taking plus sign here, and the other, one focus by taking the plus sign here, and the other focus by taking negative sign here. You can do the calculations. So this way you can find the coordinates of the foci. Now we can find the equation of the directrices. The equations of the directrices of the directrices so the equation of the directrices are given by x cos theta plus y sin theta is equal to plus minus r1 square over r1 square minus r2 square under root. So capital X is equal to x minus 2 cos theta, the value of cos theta is 1 over root 5 and plus y is equal to y minus 3 and sin theta is equal to 2 over root 5 is equal to plus minus r1 square is 6 over under root 6 minus 4. So 1 by taking positive sign and 1 by taking negative sign, you will get two linear equations. One would be the equation of these two equations will give you the equations of two directrices. So 1 by taking positive sign and taking negative sign, you get two equations of the directrices. So we have found out that this is an ellipse because r1 square and r2 square are both positive. We have found out the center, the coordinates of the center are 2, 3, length and equation of the major axis, minor axis, eccentricity is 1 over root 3, and the equation of the directrices, and also we have found out the coordinates of the foci. The coordinates of the foci are these, the two focuses. Now we can also trace this conic. So how to trace this conic, that we will do next. So let's trace this conic now. So now we will doing this question. So we will draw this curve now. We have already seen that this is the equation. This is the equation given to us. And we have to show that this is an ellipse. We have already done that. We have to find its center. The center of this ellipse is 2, 3. We have done that. The length of the semi-major axis is r1, that is root 6. The length of the semi-minor axis is 2, r2, the value for r2 is 2. Equations of axis, major axis is this, we have done, and equation of the minor axis also, and also we have found out the eccentricity. Eccentricity comes out to be 1 over root 3, and also we found out the equation of the directrices. Now what we will do is we will actually trace this curve, we will draw this conic. So to draw this conic, first of all we look at the center. So make x-axis and y-axis like this and find the point 2, 3 on the graph. This is the center of the conic. Center is 2, 3. Then at the center of the conic, now we will draw the major axis and minor axis. The equation of major axis is given to us 2x minus y equal to 2x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. So how to draw this line? One point is this center 2, 3. Other point you can see here where this point will be. So where it meets the x-axis, where it meets the x-axis, y is equal to 0. So putting y equal to 0 here, you get x is equal to 1 by 2. So this point 1 by 2 is a point on the x-axis where this line passes and also passes through 2, 3. So you join these 2 points and you get this line. So this line is the major axis. So using the equation of the major axis, first of all you draw the find out the point of the center. The center is 2, 3. You draw that point. Then you draw this line, major axis 2x minus 5 minus 1 equal to 0. We have drawn this line. Then you draw the minor axis. Minor axis is always perpendicular to the major axis and passing through the center. So you draw this line passing through the center and perpendicular to the major axis. This is the minor axis. Now what you do is, on the major axis, you cut the intercepts equal to R1 intercept, cut intercept whose length is R1. On this side, R1 is equal to root 6. So cut root this length here, and similarly on the same length here. So this distance is R1, this distance is also R1. Okay, cut these two lengths, and on the minor axis, you cut the length equal to the length of the semi-minor axis. The length of the semi-minor axis is 2. So this is R2. R2 is equal to 2. R1 is equal to root 6. R1 is equal to, so cut this length R2 here also. Mark these points. And now we will also see where this ellipse cuts x-axis and y-axis. To find the point where this ellipse cuts the x-axis, put y equal to 0. Wherever this ellipse cuts the x-axis, put y equal to 0. So by putting y equal to 0 here, the equation is 14x square minus 44x plus 71 equal to 0. To find the points where this ellipse cuts x-axis. So to find the point where this ellipse cuts the x-axis, put y equal to 0. You get this equation. When you solve this equation, we will see that the roots are imaginary. So roots would be imaginary, means this ellipse does not mean x-axis. This ellipse does not mean x-axis because the roots would be imaginary. Roots would come out of imaginary. So this ellipse does not cut x-axis. Now to find the points where this ellipse cuts y-axis, to find those points, put x equal to 0. If you put x equal to 0 here, you get 11y square minus 58y plus 71 equal to 0. So to find the points, so if you solve this equation, the roots would be approximately to 2 and around 3.3. So you mark these points where the ellipse cuts y-axis. For that, you have to put x equal to 0 in this equation. So now we have got all the points. So you roughly join these points. Roughly join these points to get the to draw this ellipse. So how we have drawn this ellipse? First of all, find the center. Center is 2, 3. So mark the point center 2, 3. Then what you do is you cut this length equal to this length of the half major axis. The length of half major axis or semi major axis is root 6. So cut root 6 length here. Mark this point. Cut root 6 length here. Mark this point, and then the length of semi-minor axis is 2. Cut this length equal to 2 and this length equal to 2 on both sides. This length equal to 2, that is equal to R2. So R2 length here, R2 length here, and also you find the points where where this ellipse meets x-axis and y-axis. To find the point where this ellipse meets x-axis, put y equal to 0 in this equation. If you put y equal to 0 in this equation, you get this equation and solve this equation. The roots of this equation will come out to the imaginary. So that means this ellipse does not mean x-axis. And to find the point where this ellipse meets y-axis, you put x equal to 0. By putting x equal to 0, you get this equation, and by solving for y, you get 2 points, 2 real points. So that means this ellipse actually passes through 2 real points on y-axis. So you mark all these points and just join them, and that is how you can trace this curve. So I hope you have understood how to trace the curve and completely solve these type of questions. Thank you.